Hi guys, so the BBC cancelled Robot Wars. You may think, why have I been very quiet about this whole thing? I released a little behind the scenes footagey video. Basically, I heard the news and instantly I got on a plane and went to the Azores where I had some dolphin-based therapy. And yeah, it worked. I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm of course joking, I already had a holiday booked, so I couldn't do any video or anything, and I haven't been able to reply to any of your comments. But I couldn't really call myself a Robot Wars based YouTuber if I didn't give my 2 cents. So a lot of this is probably going to be repetition from a lot of stuff that other people are saying, but I think there are just some key points that are just so sad and so just infuriating about this decision by the BBC. Yeah, right, so number one. The scheduling. Right, okay, they've got this show. They know it's a bit more niche. Fair, not a problem. They put it on so it clashes with Blue Planet 2 and the X Factor. And you think, right, okay, David Attenborough. No one can compete with David freaking Attenborough. Okay, for me, it's like you start a band and you're doing really well, you get to be at Glastonbury, and on the final night you're headlining and there's the 3 main stages, and on the other 2 you've got Metallica and Aerosmith, and then there's you guys, and everyone goes to see Aerosmith and Metallica, and then a few hardcore fans go and watch you, and you're like, well, obviously we're not very good at music, let's just give up now. That is the equivalent. I don't, like, who could see the viewing figures for that and be like, oh, it must be crap, because people would rather watch old David Attenborough harping on about fish. Sorry, I really wanted to not rant. Right, okay, next point. Advertising, or rather, insane lack of. I talk about Robot Wars a lot. I'm a huge fan, shockingly. Whoever I talk to, people at work, people I meet, whatever, I always try and steer the conversation to Robot Wars because I like telling people about it and getting people to watch it. And the response that I get most to, like, oh, I really like Robot Wars, and you know, I've been to see it being filmed last year or whatever, and they say, oh, is that still on? And then, you know, follow-up questions, oh, is it still Craig Charles? Oh, I remember Hypnodisc, blah blah blah. And just no one knows about it. No one knows it exists because they put fuck all advertising on about it. And like, again, it's like me organising a party and being like, no one's turned up. I mean, I didn't tell anyone about it, but no one's turned up. What gives? It's just infuriating. Third point, merchandise. So maybe the BBC thought, we're never going to make any money of this show. It's quite expensive to produce, you know, all the safety and stuff that goes into making this, you know, show with these fighting robots. Maybe we'll never make any money. Merchandise, man, like, okay, if you look at my viewing figures for my videos, they generally are like sort of 300 or 400 for my reviews and thousands for the RC toys I make. Concussion has 25,000 views and that one barely even worked. Regardless, the interest in the toys, even my kind of okay-ish little, you know, cobbled together toys, is colossal. And you go to the live events and it's just kids everywhere. Kids love this show. And why not just... There's such a built-in merchandise audience. If they released some freaking toys, they would sell so fast. Like, they'd be amazing. I'd buy some, you know. Like, it's just, it seems like a whole thing just waiting to make loads of money. And hopefully, if someone does pick up this show, they'll see that and make loads of money and be like, dickheads to the BBC. The final point is more about what the BBC is. Like, we pay the license fee, and it's got these criteria. The shows have got to be, you know, educational and blah blah blah. The Robot Wars hits all of the criteria. It's entertaining, it's educational, it inspires people, like kids, young people, a lot of female engineers this time. Really great to see that, because I'm an engineer today because of this show, and working in an engineering environment, you just see how, like, male dominated it is. It's like, at my depot there is one female engineer. Just one out of, you know, about sort of 50 to 100 guys, and yeah, that just seems to be the way it is. But why not encourage you know, girls to get into this more? And it just to nip that in the bud, like, nope, get rid of that shit off our TV. It's going against what I think the license fee stands for, which is supporting the more niche shows which aren't guaranteed to make loads of money. It just I just think it's a really stupid decision. You got shows coming up all around the world. BattleBots is going to come back. We got 2 shows in China, which seem to have been really well received. It just baffles me. It just seems the oddest decision, and it's like they set it up to fail, and then it seems surprised that it did fail. Like I don't know. Like I say, hopefully we will see this. We'll see Robot Wars get picked up by another channel who isn't quite so fucking short-sighted, and we'll have it back again. You know, we've had breaks, admittedly, and maybe some other stuff, but you know, it could be a good thing. We get sponsorship for some of the robots and stuff, and yeah, stuff like that. If not, as everyone is saying, Robot Combat is still thriving. We've got, like I say, the 3 other shows. We've got the live events. If you go to them, you'll see them. They're just packed with people. Everyone going mental for it. So the sport is long from dead just because Robot Wars is gone. I want a little PS, a little open letter to the guy who wrote that Guardian article. You're a fucking moron. Do some fucking research next time. Anyway, I don't like the heated, heavy shit. I far prefer enthusiasm rather than sort of anger and ranting. But in scenarios like this, it needs to be done. So yeah, there is my rant/thoughts on this decision. Thank you guys for watching. I've got another RC one coming up pretty soon, which I think you guys will like, and I think I'll feel a lot better once it's up. That'll make more sense when I upload it. Cheers for watching, and yeah, cheerio guys.